5 young players who just got a max deal would you most want to build a team around?
Skip, all these guys are phenomenal. But if you tell me I can only get one of them, I'm taking Jason Tatum. The month before the season started, he was 29-5 that last month. For the playoffs, he's 26, 10.5, and 5 assists in the playoffs. And this is what LeBron James said about Jason Tatum. Make sure I got this right. A technician offensively, an absolute problem after he dropped that 41 on him on that Sunday. But LeBron had to say, come on now, cuz. you know what time it is. Skip, he's 22. Skip, I mean, you watched him in the playoffs. He's getting better and better and better. And like I said, I love B.I. B.I. needed to get his own team. Saw Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs, Skip. He was phenomenal. But if you tell me I can only have one of these guys, I'm taking Jason Tatum because he can do so much.
So if I had to pick someone that I want to watch, I'm going Donovan Mitchell.
Yes.
And when I start looking at this draft, and they're all in the same draft, I look at Donovan Mitchell went 13th in this draft. That's looking like more and more of an all-time steal.
Skip, I watched him at Louisville. Skip, I didn't see this.
I didn't either. I would agree with that. And by the way, one pick before Donovan Mitchell at number 12 was Luke Kennard, the latest, the newest Clipper star. And he's starting to live up to his 12th pick in the draft.
Where did Michael Jordan pick in that draft? Who he get?
The who?
Michael Jordan.
I don't know. I'd have to find. That's a good point. Where is Charlotte? I'll find it in a second. But your man, Jason Tatum, went 3rd overall in that draft. There was one even bigger steal in that draft than Donovan Mitchell was, and that's at 14 was Bam went straight to Pat Riley. And it might be the all-time coup for Pat Riley. I know he did once upon a time get LeBron to take his talents to South Beach, and as far as a free agent signing, that would be the biggest coup. But in this case, I'm going to go Bam over Jason Tatum because Bam has become the heart and soul of that franchise. He has become the leader and the cornerstone, the aircraft carrier for that whole franchise, and I think it will get nothing but better. And to me, the symbol of Bam over Jason Tatum literally happened at the rim at the end of Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. There it is. No, that's just Bam. Here we go. This is the end of, this is 3 seconds left, and Jason says, no, you're not. I think I'm going to slam. No, you're not going to slam this. And he bent his fingers back and had enough hand strength, left hand, to fight the ball off.
Well, all-around players, Bam is the best, Skip, because he can play defense. He's a very sound defensive player, but he doesn't give you the offensive. If I'm not mistaken, Malik Monk went to Charlotte.
Yeah, I believe he did. I'll find that in just a second. But the point is, he was definitely in this draft. Yeah, Malik was 11 to Charlotte. He's had some issues off the court, and he's having problems.
He had some issues on the court,
yes,
too.
he has. I agree. So Bam last year went 15, 10, and 5 assists. Nobody put up those kind of numbers this side of Giannis, okay? So, and that's the first time any Heat player in the history of the Heat has put up those kind of 15, 10, and 5. So, again, to me, biggest picture, I'm going to take Bam as the leader of the franchise because, listen, Jason impressed me through the year, but when he got to the Eastern Conference Finals, he struggled from 3. He shot 31% from 3. He struggled, remember, in Game 6, which became the closeout game, he had a rough time. He got hot later.
He started cooking.
He got off to a horrendous start, and he wound up 9 of 26 from the field, which wasn't quite good enough to get them home to a Game 7.
Yeah, but, Skip, I'm still taking this kid. This kid, offensively, he can do it. He can do it. Brandon Ingram shows, Skip, and that I think that's the thing that's hurting Kuzma. Because Kuzma see what these guys are doing on their own. But you and I both know B.I.'s not doing this with AD and LeBron. Jason Tatum's not doing this with AD and LeBron. Donovan Mitchell's not doing this with AD and LeBron. Bam, he might, because Bam is really not, trying to go out there and get 20 points. So he still might be able to put up numbers. But you have to look at your situation and says, okay, look where I'm at and look where they're at. They have their own team, so they're going to get more points offensively. Cool. Your time is coming, cool. Just be patient. But I'm taking Jason Tatum, Skip. After watching him, what he did this last in the playoffs and watching what he was doing before the season stopped, yeah, I'm convinced. And I don't really like Duke players because I'm Carolina through and through.
Okay, but the late, great Kobe Bryant was mentoring Jason, and he's got some Kobe in him. He's trying to adopt some of his moves.
I mean, Tatum was hitting that ball away. He can hit the fade away. But I'm taking Tatum.
I didn't see this Jason Tatum at Duke either, so I will give you that. But in overall firepower on both ends and in leadership off the court, listen, as you like to say about St. Nick, he's got a stinker going on. I think Pat Riley's about to have a stinker going on.
Oh, he built something down there.
Right.
But just think about, Skip, Brandon Ingram left. Just imagine him and Jason Tatum. If they stay another year, but get Zion coming up in that thing.
At Duke.
Yeah, Duke.
Yeah. Oh. Firepower. But this draft, it was hit and miss because Markelle Fultz, I'm not sure if he's ever going to live up as the #1 overall. Still, jury's still out about Lonzo. I think he can still be great.
Yeah, but he still, even if he is great, will he be better than Tatum? Will he be better than Donovan Mitchell, even if he gets better?
And then it starts to miss a little bit. Josh Jackson, then De'Aaron Fox back up.
Yep.
Jonathan Isaac's been okay. Lauri Markkanen's been hurt.
Yeah, but when he was healthy, Skip, he's been cooking.
Neil Aquina, I don't know. It's another Knick pick. And now with the Knicks is Dennis Smith, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay, good stuff, guys. Question, though. Will LeBron be conflicted on whether or not to root for Skip's Cowboys tomorrow?
What?
We'll explain
Don't know what's
next.
up.
No mercy, no mercy, no mercy.
Well, the Clippers aren't done making moves this offseason, according to many reports. Mark Stein said that after adding Serge Ibaka and Luke Kennard, many teams around the league expect the Clippers to trade away Lou Williams in order to create a, quote, fresh start environment. Meanwhile, Hornets point guard Terry Rozier liked a tweet saying that he would be a good fit with the Clippers after there were reports of trade talk. Fox Sports NBA analyst Chris Broussard joining us now. Chris, personally, I can't keep track of all this. What are you hearing?
Well, Mark Stein's right on the money, and people around the league think that the Clippers are looking to move Lou Williams. Remember, we talked yesterday about Montrezl Harrell and the issues he created in that locker room. But it wasn't just Montrezl. It was a trio. Montrezl, Lou, and Patrick Beverley. And I'm not saying it was a civil war, but it was just some tension there. And we all know that. And so, yeah, they wouldn't mind getting rid of Lou and Patrick Beverley. I think you can even say they're shopping them, not desperately shopping them, like we got to get them out of here, but they would like that type of fresh start. Lou also brings problems on the court. As great as he is offensively, he doesn't play good defense. We all know that. He's a liability there. And so they are looking to move on. The problem is Lou only makes $8 million a year. So it's going to be tough to get a player back who can give you his production for that type of money. With Patrick Beverley, he's got 2 years, about $27 million left on his deal. And teams feel like, and it's true, he's always injured. If you look at his history, he is always banged up. Maybe it's how tough he plays, how hard-nosed he is, but that is scaring teams off. So there's not a ton of, much of a market out there for Patrick Beverley or really either of these guys. Now, the Clippers would love to get their hands on Terry Rozier. I would love them to get Terry Rozier. I'm sure Skip would love them to get Terry Rozier. It's the type of move that's needed to help them keep pace with the Lakers, but nothing's impossible. But Michael Jordan loves Terry Rozier. He wishes he had a team full of Terry Roziers. A lot of people think Rozier's on the market because they drafted LaMelo Ball, who's a point guard, but that's not necessarily the case. Jordan thinks they can play together. Rozier can play some too. If he's going to trade him, it's going to take a lot more than what the Clippers can offer. And so while I'd like to see them get Rozier, I do not see that happening.
Can somebody ask me this, Skip? Chris, you and Skip, maybe you can help me. What is the Clippers culture? What is it?
What do you think it is?
Not losing.
Well, you know what, though? Recently, we do have to be honest. I mean, under Chris Paul and Blake Griffin, they were pretty good. Not a championship team, but they were legit contenders. Then when Chris left, they became this hard-nosed,
There you go.
Team.
Thank you. Paul.
And then, okay.
Trez, Lou Will.
Kawhi and Paul George, that changed.
So in other words, if you're going to make a fresh start, you got to get everybody that was there part of the old culture. Remember, Skip, Pat Bev, bounced around. Trez bounced around. Lou Will was a second-round draft pick. They fought, scratched, clawed, practiced every single day, played every single night. And now you get two guys coming here and they take it off. They don't not practicing. They play when they want to. And that rubbed them the wrong way. And so in order for you to get a fresh start, because clearly, and rightfully so, Paul George and Kawhi, those are your centerpieces. You got to keep those guys happy.